Welcome to day 4 of my Nourishing Brews. So today I have made my B12 blast. There it is, if you can see that, my nice cacao B12 blast. So as the name suggests, B group vitamins, Nourishing Brew B12 enhanced as well, which is a very important vitamin. So B12, what does it do? And B group vitamins. So like the C and E, which I mentioned in my Dreamy yesterday, it is an essential vitamin. So we have to access it from our diet because our bodies don't make that. It's not something that they don't do. So we access it from our diet. So if you're a meat eater, you can get it through your meat and your dairy. And if you're a plant eater like me, you can get it through lentils, you can get it through citrus, your oranges and lemons, you can get it through avocados, whole grains is another one. Just be careful with whole grains, as sometimes whole grains can ferment in the gut, that can be a little bit distressing and upsetting for the gut, which doesn't like it. It gets into a bit of a fermentation and can be a little bit distressing. And what's the other thing is avocados. Avocados is another good one for B vitamins, especially B6. So what do the B vitamins do? Very important. Out of all the vitamins, I think there's about 13 vitamins in total. 8 of them are the B group, which is B1, B2, B3, B5, 6, 9 and 12. I think that's about right. So niacin, riboflavin, folate is another one. So what the B group does is it helps the enzymes to break down our food in our gut. Very important in assisting transportation of oxygen, which of course is very important, particularly with people with chronic fatigue, which is where the B12 comes in. And renewal of cells, helping with DNA and hemoglobin, which is the red in the blood, and the transportation, as I mentioned, of oxygen. So what I wanted to go over is what else the B group does, not just that, but some of the Ashitaba is the B supplement that I make, which is in this drink, and this is it here, which is bioactivated, of course. Now, the Ashitaba is a native to Japan and deemed a longevity and superfood there for all the functions that the Ashitaba plant provides. See, the animal plant kingdom's just pretty fantastic. So what does Ashitaba do? Ashitaba actually makes a sticky, sappy substance. It's a yellowy, sticky compound called chalcones, and what that does, it's a powerful antioxidant for the plant, and it also protects the plant against UV radiation. So if you're taking it, it will help our bodies do that as well. It is healing as far as the skin goes for cell renewal. It can help with calming red patches on the skin, help with boils and wound healing. Our filtering organs, which is the liver and the kidneys, it will assist those organs in helping to do its job properly. What else? Oh, B12. So B12's attributed to fatigue or lack of chronic fatigue. People with chronic fatigue quite often will get the B12 shots to help them, as well as the other protocol they might be doing for chronic fatigue. So B12 is a biggie in that. Patients that go to their the GPs will often test for the lack of B12 if they have chronic fatigue or if they've suffered recent illnesses and so forth. But B12 is usually a big one in assisting with that. So what else does the Ashitaba do? Oh yes, it helps to convert the carbs into glucose. It will assist with diabetes. B12 is also a biggie for memory loss and depression and Alzheimer's. So that's a goodie to know. And what else does it do? Oh, stress, of course. That comes back to your chronic fatigue and emotional development. So out of, B group it's a huge amount on what it performs and what it does for our bodies. So it's important to add it in. Again, because our body doesn't make it, we need to find it through our diet, and particularly the B12. It doesn't store for a long time in our body, so I make sure that I'm getting it daily. Now that, as I mentioned, it's 100% pure. There's no fillers, there's no herbicides, there's no sprays, there's no corn, gluten, soy, and it goes through that bioactivation process that the ARP technology puts through all their products. So it's getting to your cells at warp speed, and you don't need as much, and it's lasting longer. So I'll put in the recipe in the group, and I'll also put a picture of the Ashitaba plant in there too. And I'll put a link in for more information on the Ashitaba plant if you want to have a read. Now, if you do want to get some and you're outside of New Zealand, again, just remember there is a link there for clicking on getting it outside of New Zealand, so you can get it at a better price for shipping and get it to you faster. So that's my B12 blast. A nourishing brew it is, because we've got to have those vitamin Bs. I will see you tomorrow. Have a lovely day, and tomorrow we're going to be doing my apple cider vinegar tonic, which I currently make here in New Zealand, but I wanted to bring that to you as well, because apple cider vinegar is amazing and we need it. It's a prebiotic, which our bodies must have. There's a difference between prebiotic and probiotic. I'll talk to you about that too tomorrow. So have a lovely day, and we'll see you then. Bye.